Hey everybody, I'm 3 minutes late. Had to wash some glue off my hands and then I put some hand cream on so you don't have to see my dry hands. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. This week is going by fast. We lost a day. Hi Donna. Today we're going to make another card. The card I made, let's see, where is it? The card I made Tuesday. That Tuesday is throwing me off. The card I made Tuesday, this one, I called it a panel card. It is not a panel card. It's a, oh my gosh, now I forgot what kind of card it is. It's a, I'll think of it. I'll think of it before this is all over. It's a, I'm wanting to say hanging card. Floating card. There it is. It's a floating card because, hi Loopy. It's called a floating card because it appears that I guess the bottom is floating or the center of the card is floating. And I forgot to do the drawing for who I'm going to send the card to. So as soon as I'm done here today, I'll do the drawing. Hi Chris. And I will, I'll post that on the Facebook page. Loopy, I don't know if you were able to watch Tuesday's video, but you were the winner of that card, and I mailed it yesterday. I don't know if my mailman came, so it either went out yesterday or today. So congratulations. Hi, Carol. Today I'm doing some more retiring items. We're going to use the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper again. This is the print I'm using. Isn't that lovely? I just love that. So I cut this piece of paper up to make our card. Let me get my notes out of the way. There were a couple of things that were deeply discounted that we're going to use today. That's why I wrote everything down, and I want to make sure I let you know. The Designer Series paper is discounted to $8.05. It's normally $11.50. And there was one other thing that was really deeply discounted. Oh, the dies we're going to use today are normally $29 and they are marked down to $11.60. So we're using the Perennial Essence paper that we used Tuesday, and we're using another stamp set that's retiring. It isn't discounted, but it's a double stamp set. If you're needing some outside and inside sentiments, this is a really good one for that. It's got some for the bride, welcome baby, wedding for a special couple, and then it's got inside verses, I guess you would call it. So I'm using this stamp set. It is not discounted. It is $33, but you get, it comes in 2 boxes. You get a bundle. You get a lot of stamps. But it's going away. So let's see the card. Oh, let me tell you again, if you haven't heard, that starting on June 3rd with the new catalog, if you want to join Stampin' Up, they are offering the deal. The normal starter kit is $99 with, you get to choose $125 worth of product, any product that you would like, but they're adding an extra die stamp bundle or punch stamp bundle. So you can choose whatever bundle you want. If you were joining on my team, I would encourage you to find the most expensive bundle that you like and order that one for your free bundle. But that's a pretty good deal going on right now. It's a join-in incentive, and I would love to have you on my team if you would like to talk about that. contact me or message me. Again, May is almost done, but if you use the hostess code, your name will go in a drawing for every $30 increment order for the Little Ladybug stamp set. So good luck, everybody. Also, my, I should have made a little announcement for it. My virtual open house is going to be June 3rd at 7 o'clock p.m. If you would like to attend, if you would like me to mail you our make and take, it's totally free of charge. I'm mailing it out to you just because I love you so much. Go to leslie.stampinup.net and click on my calendar, and it's on my calendar, and you can click that you're going, and I think it will ask you for your email, and then I can get your address if I don't have it to send the make and take to you. It's going to be just a sweet little card using some of the new products, and I thought it would be fun if we could all put it together. So if you can't come to the live, you can watch the replay and have that as well. Is that it? I'm working on those today, actually, and they are going out in the mail by Friday is my goal. So look forward to that if you've signed up to come to that. Love it. We're going to have fun. Okay, here's the card. It's another floating card. See that window sheet in there? And I use that beautiful paper. And this is the die set I'm using, and this is the one that is deeply discounted. It's Springtime Impressions. It comes with this large butterfly die, the little flower, and I don't know what you would call that. Just kind of a bunch of these are the dies cut out. They're very intricate dies, real pretty. This would be beautiful on a scrapbook page or a card. Very, very feminine. It goes really well with our Perennial Essence paper, and it is usually $29. The die set is $11.60 right now. And I checked right before I came on, and they are still available. So you can't lose with a butterfly. That's a keeper. That's something I won't get rid of. Anyways. Okay, let's make the card. This is another, what did I call it? A floating card. I called it a panel card yesterday, but it is a floating card. Okay, I'm starting out with Mossy Meadow, and I pulled all of my colors out from the Designer Series paper. And I've got a piece of, I've got real scribbly notes today. 4 1/4 by 7 1/4 is this piece of paper, and we're going to score that at 5 1/2. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. There you go. I'm going to run it up here to 5 1/2 and use my scoring blade. And that's going to be the top panel of the card. I put my deal away. So fold that over. Use my bone folder here. So this is our top of our card. Then we're going to layer some layers on here. And I've cut everything out. We're going to use some Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And then some DSP. I'm going to pull all of this out here. Our window sheet. And I'll give you the dimensions in just a second. And that is what we need right now. Okay. So I'm going to complete our top panel right here first. So I'm just going to take a piece of Blackberry Bliss. I always get this confused with another one of our colors that escapes me right now. And this piece, like I said, my notes are atrocious right now. It is 4 1/8 by 1 5/8. I usually do a 1/4 of an inch frame, but I wanted just 1/8 of an inch because I wanted to use as much of that pretty paper as I could. So I'm going to just take this piece of DSP. The DSP is 1 1/2 by 4, and I'm putting it on the 4 1/8 by 1 5/8 piece of Blackberry Bliss. And then I'm going to layer that on top of my little card flap here. Okay. Now I'm going to add the window sheet, and the window sheet is, did I write that down? It is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. It's a little square. And I'm just going to run some runner or adhesive right on the edge of this flap, the inside edge. And then we're going to cover that up in a little bit. And almost got ahead of myself. Like our card yesterday, I'm getting this right with the bottom edge of the card, my window sheet, and then I'm just going to fold this over. And that is our little front flap. Now, if I wanted to add a little frame it out, you could just do it like that, I suppose, but I wanted to frame it out a little bit. So I took a piece of, I think this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 3/4. That was really hard. That strip's 4 1/4 by 3/4. You should see my notes over here. They are a mess, so I'm trying to figure it out because I like to give you guys the measurements. And then the piece of Blackberry Bliss is 4 1/8 by 5/8. And that will layer on top of that. And then a little piece of DSP is 4 by 1/2. So they're like 1/8 of an inch off of each other. Like I said, I usually like to do the 1/4 of an inch framing layer, but I really wanted to use as much of the paper as I could. But I wanted to frame it out with something other than them. I'm just slapping it on that mossy meadow. This is kind of a wow card. This is not your everyday run-of-the-mill how you doing card. This is for someone special, I would think. It would be a beautiful wedding card. All right, now we're going to just glue those little layers onto the bottom of our window sheet. Lining it up with the bottom and the sides. So there's the card. You can stand up. Got a lot of layers up here, so it's pretty sturdy. Now, if this doesn't bother you, it's no big deal, but I did go ahead and cut, whoops, there goes my, I did go ahead and cut some pieces to just adhere over that adhesive and the edge, just to finish it off so that when the recipient opens the card, it doesn't look so, You can't see that glue and everything. And this measures a smidge less than 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I went a smidge. Our panel here, this top panel, is 1 3/4, and I just wanted it a smidge shorter, just so the card would close well. And I just want to kind of line it up with the front panel just to cover up all that adhesive and the raw edge of the window sheet. So just gives it a little bit more finish. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. This strip of Mossy Meadow is a smidge shorter than 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm just gonna line it up. Okay, so there's basically the card. For the inside, I took a piece of 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I wanted to put my sentiment. I just used the small little sentiment for my friend from the Special Celebration stamp set, and I'm using Mossy Meadow ink, and I'm going to put it right where I would imagine the butterfly will kind of cover it up. I didn't want anything to really distract. And then if you wanted to sign the card, you could sign it up here underneath the top flap. And I'm using a cling stamp without my Stamparatus, so we'll see if I can get it straight. No, it's a little wonky, but that's okay. I think I put my label on crooked, and I go by the label. Okay, so that's the inside of the card. I've got some kind of glue over here. It's just a small smidge of something. It's bothering me. Okay, so for our little butterflies, we're going to use the butterfly die, and this piece is 3 by 4 1/4. And I did not cut this one yet, so you guys get to watch me die cut today. Okay, grab my, I like to use my little sponge when I have these intricate. Wouldn't that make a good stencil? That'd be cute. My little handy dandy die brush out here. I did have time to do a petal pink one, and I just kind of layered them a little off center from each other. So I'm just going to take a little multi-purpose liquid glue right on the center of my pink one, and just kind of offset it just a tad, just so you can see that Blackberry Bliss under there. Now, to put them on the card front, I'm going to use some mini glue dots. And I thought about putting rhinestones or pearls. Yeah, I got my sentiment a little farther up than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I want my butterfly to be kind of right there in the middle. And then I just kind of play with the wings just to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'm using the Gold Edge metallic ribbon. This is the Petal Pink. I'm just going to make a little bow. With that. See which side's the prettiest. And then I'm going to stick that onto the card with a glue dot. Isn't that pretty? This would be a great Mother's Day card, kind of like yesterday. Oh, I forgot to adhere down that inside. So maybe it will be in the right spot once I adhere it down. Oh, it will be. Awesome. I'm so goofy. Isn't that a nice font? I love that font. That is the card. That was pretty easy, right? It's kind of an kind of a wow, if you receive this card, somebody would appreciate it very much. So for as easy as it was, it's kind of fancy. So that's it. I don't have anything else. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Donna. I'm not sure how long the delay is, so I don't want to. If you have a question, I'd love to answer it. If not, we will see you next Monday for Make It Monday. And I'll be working diligently. Oh, catalogs. And a lot of you have already let me know that your catalog came. So I'm so happy that the new catalog came. I was so worried about using that customer. I've just not used it before. I don't know why I was so worried. I was afraid they might be a little behind. What with the COVID, everything's behind, right? And I was just afraid. So a lot of you have already gotten the catalog. So that makes me happy. So if you don't get it in the next week or so, and you've ordered from me in the last 9 months, give me a message and we'll see what we can figure out. So that's a happy note. Then on our open house, we can maybe browse through it. Okay? You all have a great day, and we will, if not before, we'll talk to you Monday. Bye-bye.